Before I say any comment about it, my question is, what's the rules? And like, are they going to actually try and knock each other out? Because it's going to be a glorified sparring match. I'm not watching, dude. I don't give a fuck.
Jake's going to have a hard time hitting him.
Yeah.
You know?
Big time. Gervonta's so fast and skilled.
Gervonta's going to eat his
I thought
guts.
Jake was going to fight Anthony Joshua. That seemed
No, that was actually getting.
That is
sounded
the
more
craziest
interesting.
idea I've ever heard. Jake Paul trying to fight Anthony Joshua is, crazy.
Not a sanctioned professional bout. This means the fight will not count towards either fighter's professional records.
So it's still being finalized.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that.
What is so behind the scenes? You think there are things like, hey, we don't punch each other in the jaw.
Yep. Or don't go. We can punch in the face, but don't go for broke. Like, don't knock me out.
Really?
Yeah. It's an exhibition.
That's
so
not
they
very
can get away
interesting
with
to
it.
me.
No. Until I find the rule sets, but when I hear exhibition, I'm like, okay.
Jake is bodied up, man.
He's big.
Yeah.
Probably has 100 pounds on Gervonta.
Maybe. I'd say Gervonta probably walks at 150.
Oh, he's so small.
He's so small. I mean, he's really small. Bring up Gervonta Davis next to Floyd Mayweather, because I've seen Floyd in person, and he's tiny. You've seen Floyd in person.
I've worked with Gervonta and Floyd.
Tiny.
Well, Floyd likely has shoes on there.
Oh, dude, he's so small.
He's tiny, guys.
Yeah. I mean, he's so small. Wow.
Chael Sonnen weighed in bluntly, saying Jake Paul blindsided the public by pivoting to Gervonta Tank Davis instead of Anthony Taylor, who many expected as his next opponent. Sonnen emphasized that while Davis is a phenomenal fighter, he lacks the natural promotional flair to sell fights on a mainstream level. Paul, however, has mastered the art of building narratives that draw massive attention, making him as effective outside the ring as he is inside it. Sonnen's point is that the matchup works as a partnership. Davis brings raw fighting legitimacy, while Paul supplies the marketing machine, creating the perfect balance that elevates the fight's appeal.
It is the exact opposite of Anthony Joshua versus Jake Paul for 2. So the fight that was being dangled and rumored in front of us, the exact opposite has happened. The opposite of fighting Anthony Joshua is not fighting nobody. The opposite of fighting Anthony Joshua is fighting Tank Davis. Okay. So there's one big glaring issue for me. It's just your partner being Tank Davis. Tank is not the guy that knows how to sell a fight. Tank cannot sell a fight in his own division. It could be a title fight, a contenders fight, a main event fight. He could be the favorite. He could be the underdog. Tank doesn't know how to bring that information to you guys in a way that is compelling. And Tank is already blinking in this situation. You have one guy who is argued amongst the pound for pound current greats in boxing. You have another guy that has suggested he should not even be allowed to box, that he should have to call it something different. He should not be licensed. He should not be ranked in the top 14. He should never be selected for a world title. Okay. Now, Tank has one job to do, which is to let anybody know that's listening that it doesn't make any difference, that boxing is a real sport.
Some analysts argue that while Gervonta Davis is feared for his knockout power at lightweight and super featherweight, that same power may not carry against someone with Jake Paul's size and frame. They point out that Paul's natural weight gives him a built-in durability Davis might struggle to crack. In smaller divisions, Davis's punches overwhelm opponents, but against a larger body, the impact could be blunted. Their view is straightforward: physics matters. Skill can bridge many gaps, but size can serve as a shield, leading skeptics to believe that a Davis-Paul clash leans more toward spectacle than genuine sporting contest, with Paul's physical advantage potentially neutralizing Davis's greatest weapon.
The Gervonta fight makes no sense to me, because even Yes, Floyd didn't have the punching power Gervonta had. But even if Gervonta lands, I don't see him hurting Jake to the point he knocks him out. So what are we even doing? Where's the idea of this gonna, where's the idea that Gervonta is even gonna hurt him? He may hurt him to the body, whatever. Jake doesn't want to throw as much, but I don't see him one punch knocking Jake out. And, the same thing was kind of said with Logan. Like, okay, Floyd probably won't knock him out, but probably going to outbox him. I get where Dana's coming from. These things are not meant to be competitive fights. They're meant to make money and to, I guess, scratch that itch of the circus mystery unknown.
And Gervonta, I think, hits way harder than fucking Floyd, but he's too small. I mean, your brother's going to be able to, get inside on him, put his weight on him, tie him up. But I don't hate your brother. Your brother's out there doing his thing. But it cracks me up that they want to start suing people that are talking shit when your brother talks more shit than anybody talks.
I think the thought process behind it is, okay, so Jake and I are obviously pretty polarizing individuals. And when an echo chamber starts and a rumor mill starts of like staged fight bullshit, which like these fights aren't staged, that's just, it's at that level, it's like almost impossible. I think they think that it affects the business and it affects the brand because people discredit him as actually having legitimate bouts. I think that's the theory. So to hold people accountable for
legitimate
perpetuating
meaning,
the rumor.
Legitimate meaning not fixed.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah. And
which is, I mean, again, Dana would do the same thing if his company became known for doing fixed fights when they weren't. Then he would try to find the same way to hold people accountable if they were reputable people saying that, right? So the whole Jake suing people for blatantly trying to say he fixes fights or he stages fights or people have no knockout clauses and all the other bullshit, I understand. Now, again, people need to use their words more accurately if they're upset about what Jake is doing. All you have to do, if you're upset with the way Jake is moving in his career, is say, what some people do say, which is, we like to see Jake challenge himself. We don't want to see these exhibitions, these fights that don't make sense for what you said you want to do or what you purport to want to be in the sport of boxing, which is a world champion. We want to see you fight active fighters around your skill level. That's it. But you can't go on there and go, oh, look, another rigged fight. Oh, look, another fake fight. Oh, look, he's staging another one.
Critics contend that Jake Paul's boxing rise is fueled not only by promotion but also by a certain disregard for the sport's traditions. They argue that by drawing retired legends back into the ring with lucrative paydays, he risks undermining boxing's integrity. Even icons like Mike Tyson have been tempted to return after long absences, something that excites fans but also raises serious safety concerns. The line between entertainment and exploitation becomes blurred when aging fighters are coaxed into bouts they likely would have avoided in their prime. While the financial lure is undeniable, the danger is that boxing begins to resemble a carnival where reputations are gambled and health is put at risk. Paul thrives on that edge, but many view it as proof of his willingness to bend tradition purely for attention.
Perpetuating the rumor.
Legitimate meaning not fixed.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah. And
which is, I mean, again, Dana would do the same thing if his company became known for doing fixed fights when they weren't. Then he would try to find the same way to hold people accountable if they were reputable people saying that, right? So the whole Jake suing people for blatantly trying to say he fixes fights or he stages fights or people have no knockout clauses and all the other bullshit, I understand. Now, again, people need to use their words more accurately if they're upset about what Jake is doing. All you have to do, if you're upset with the way Jake is moving in his career, is say what some people do say, which is, we like to see Jake challenge himself. We don't want to see these exhibitions, these fights that don't make sense for what you said you want to do or what you purport to want to be in the sport of boxing, which is a world champion. We want to see you fight active fighters around your skill level. That's it. But you can't go on there and go, oh, look, another rigged fight. Oh, look, another fake fight. Oh, look, he's staging another one. Right? That's the thing that's, again, false. So that I get it. I get why they're upset, but I also get why people categorize it the way they do. You just got to be better with your words. That's it.
And not many of the fights are legitimate fights, but not being fixed. Hey, you hit me here and I hit you there.
Yeah, I mean, Dana, that's insane.
I agree.
Let's choreograph.
What are you going to do? What are you going to do if people are fucking saying stupid shit? people say dumb shit about me, my business, all the time.
True.
Former champion Sean Porter defended Gervonta Davis's choice to face Jake Paul in an exhibition, insisting critics overlook the bigger picture. To Porter, the bout isn't about proving legacy but about securing financial stability for Davis and his family. With agreed rules and safety measures, the risks are minimized, and the focus shifts to entertainment. He stressed that fighters have short careers and must seize opportunities that offer both exposure and financial reward. In this light, Davis isn't selling out, he's safeguarding his future while giving fans a spectacle. Porter's stance underscores the tension between purists who prioritize legacy and fighters who must also plan for life beyond the ring.